All right. All my little YouTube motherfuck faces. You're watching Validation Boy live stream March 4th, 2019. Oh, yeah. I'm in my new locale. Well, technically the same locale, but a different spot within it. Oh, my biggest whore, the Rig, has joined us. Declares himself a fat old cunt and begs for my forgiveness as if I'm some kind of god. Well, the Rig, you're more than welcome to be here, my super bitch. But as it stands, let's do first five in the live. As per tradition, and at number 1, Flat World Logic. In at number 2, Lanny from Canada. In at number 3, who said, Lanny from Canada says, 9 o'clock, fuck you. No, fuck you. No. But in at number 3, Cigar Face. In at number 4, Lori Gale. And in at number 5, I'm not going to let Twitwit take it from Flat World Logic and jump to auto number 1. It's not happening this week, Twitwit. Because I called you out and you still have yet to respond for when you were starstruck with the makers of Behind the Curve on Gem Pandas 2 weeks ago. But as always, you're one of the highly honored guests to be in here, Twitwit, so it's all good. I'm just teasing. But in at number 5, Twitwit. Oh, man. We've also been joined by Daniel Pratt, Reshaping Our World. Excellent. We've been joined by OJ McBaggins. Okay? We've been joined by The Rig, my super fan. And we've been joined by... Let's see here. Oh, that's it. Oh, John Watson. That's right. The Rig says, you want me here, you bald cunt. That's why you pointed out that I was here. Well, yeah, I'm bald as fuck, and that's why I started at 9 o'clock tonight, was because I had to get my fresh shave on. I noticed Dan Pratt did a fresh shave too. Dan only does his like once every, 4 to 6 months, I believe. He lets it grow. He does the traditional 80s, kind of dude, general guy hair, which is awesome and shit. I wish I could do that. And then he goes into the slick down. He goes through his phases and he slicks it down. And then he lets it all go wild. And then he can't take it no more and he shaves it off again. Sometimes he leaves the beard, sometimes not. Me, I shave it every single fucking Sunday. And today I waited till Monday to do it. So it's even fresher than normal. You see that gleam? See that sheen? You know what I'm saying? Twitwit says her response is a big fuck you. That's fine. That's a justified response. I totally fucking called you out and shit. In good spirits. Like, give me a break. But you were starstruck as all fuck. When those fucking weird, pervy, fucking weird fucking creepers were on Gem Panda's show. And you were asking them the questions from the chat and stuff. Twitwit says that's how often the shelter decontaminates the homeless for free. Talking about Dan Pratt. I bet Dan Pratt could kick Twitwit's ass in real life, though. No, I'm just playing. Whatever. I'm just playing. All right. So as we know, I don't know if it was last time I was live, maybe 2 weeks ago. I think last time I was just talking to Tim. I don't even know if I mentioned AJD, but damn it, fresh shave, fucking clipped my fucking ugly ass nose hairs. I'm an old man. I got nose hairs. Clipped them, and now everything itches. Anyways, AJD went on Lori's show. As I said, much love to Lori. She made the best out of that horrible guest that she could have, and she got hers. She got him to concede and admit everything. And you know, as I had said before, you know, he I don't believe she should have let him on there because he was still trying to get over, because that's what a narcissist wants. They'll even go as far as to apologize and all that shit and take their punishment and everything, as long as they keep getting that attention, that feed. You know what I'm saying? Lori Gale, thanks, BB. Oh yeah. Level headed. Just stumbled onto this live feed. What the fuck, man? Yeah, anyways. Just follow along. You're not, you know, this is not for beginners. This is level like 25,000 to be in Validation Boys live stream. If you went looking for Flat Earth live, I'm sorry, kick my ass. No, it's all good. If you looked for Flat Earth live and you stumbled upon this, well, this is the deepest, darkest corner in all of Flat Earth YouTube. Okay, this is Validation Boy live stream. It's been going for quite a while. It's been going since 2016, I believe, and this is damn near episode 100. I think this is episode 96 or 97 officially on the live stream playlist. I don't go by numbers like the potato does. I just know that you can see how many, you know, and it's like the 96th, 95th, 96th, 97th listed one. Well, it's going to be after I listed there. Now, there were a couple others that I did that I've taken down. So technically, it's probably more like 99. It's probably like my 99th actual live stream. Could even be my 100th. I'm not even sure. Technically, you know, but you know, we're getting there. And then I'll have my official 100th live stream. Maybe I'll have guests on at that point. But until then, I'm going to try to just sit here and continue to provide content that entertains you guys. At this point, I'm not going to say it's a chore. It's not really a chore. It's just tough. It's getting harder and harder. You know, I get pretty fucking introspective. I was going to talk about this fucking Italian young kid, this girl, and her shit was recommended to me for some reason. I guess because I'm a Flat Earth content provider, a Flat Earth proponent. And it was recommended to me, and it was released like, you know, 2 days ago now. But yesterday it was recommended. It was released, you know, 1 day ago. I guess it came out Friday. And she's Italian in Italy, and she's speaking really broken English, but her ideas come across just fine. And she does a review of Flat Earth Truth Seeker and their Facebook feed and some of the images they posted or something like that. And I'll tell you about it in a minute. Well, you know, I was gonna make a video. I was gonna splice together her shit. Well, oh yeah. Twitwit reminds Level-headed that they have found the most dynamic chat in Flat Earth. It's not all that dynamic at the moment, but it's been known to be the most dynamic. We got a late start tonight. I'm not that popular anymore. I understand this. It's okay. I've become stale. People think they've figured out VB. At first, they were intrigued because he was a Flat Earth proponent who was coming out hard against other Flat Earthers and having all these Globers on his channel all the time. And then one of the top globe proponents of all time, Tim Osmond, keeps claiming that I'm a satiricist and that I'm a Poe and that I'm faking my Flat Earth belief. And I'm faking it so well that people are confused by it. And that's like what I do. Well, I'm not a Poe. That Tim doesn't actually even believe that. He's just saying it because he thinks it's clever and he thinks it's a fun way to try to stumble me, you know, to try to get me to stumble. Tim is correct, says Twitwit. Levelhead. I had to show my babies the oceans. Went to the Oregon coast, Cannon Beach, Goonies. Amazing. Just today. You saw that you went to the Goonies filming site? Is that where they filmed it? They filmed it right there, right? Anyway, so Adam Joseph Doty. Okay. I'll get back to the other thing in a minute. He was on Lori's show, and she reminded him. She threw my name out there at him, and he remembers who I was. He remembers exactly who I was. And Mr. Drobot has joined us. Thanks for joining us. Damn, I got so many things going on at once in my mind. I just want to tell you guys about, and it all fucking intertwines. But anyways, let me try to gather myself here. He goes on a show. She shouts me out, and then He goes and watches my channel. He sees my video with godless NPC chugging a fucking some soy lager, some specialty soy lager, overpriced shit. Ed Upside Down Head says, "Fuck, I'm late. You didn't miss much, Ed. Not this time. We're going real slow this time. It's a chillax night. All right." He goes and watches my channel. He finds that video. He slaps together some bullshit, and he says, Validation Boy makes a good point here. And he says, what people like myself and even Twitwit and Dan Pratt and Ed and Timmy even and Jed, a lot of people have been saying this for years now. Basically asking, well, it only applies to the new guys that he was talking about. He wasn't really talking about, Soundly and the old school people and shit, and Tim and the old school. All them fuckers. He asks the new guys, like the Flat Earth scene, that whole posse, Team Septic, all these cuck boys, Planar Walk and shit. Sean Hawkins, we know what you did last summer, Sean Hawkins. But he goes and he poses the question to them, would they still be willing to do these channels without any kind of monetization, without any kind of donations, any kind of PayPals, if they really believed it was the truth? We've been asking that question forever. Okay. And all they're ever going to say is, this is work. There's even a post, somewhere I just saw today, a comment made by Fart the Flat Earth. This is work for me. I got to pay this and pay for XYZ and my licenses and blah, blah, blah. I need to be paid for this. They just try to justify it like that. I don't need to be paid to do what I do. Fuck boy. Fucking loser. Who many are now accusing of completely fabricating their military history. Ooh. Mindfulness was even talking some shit about the Stolen Valor Act and how that's like some serious shit that people just do not want to be fucking with, especially people like Fart the Flat Earth, who are taking donations under the premise that they are former military and shit like that. Ooh, Stolen Valor. That's what Cigar Face says. Yep. Stolen Valor. It's an act. The Stolen Valor Act. Isn't that right, Twitwit? That's what Mindfulness has been saying. And I know Ed knows a lot about this shit. But I mean, like, damn. I mean, dude might go away for a long ass time if he plays his cards wrong. Right? Yeah, I've heard he was claiming that he's injured in war. Mr. Droba says, cuff them ASAP. Flat World Logic says, stolen velour. It's like ripping off the top of a fucking pool table and just trying to take it home, right? Stolen velour. All right, Allison has joined us and says, oh, hello. Yeah. That's what's going on with all that. I mean, it's not really none of my business. I don't really put too much praise on former military and shit. I'm not like completely hateful towards people that were in the military because I know plenty of them and I have family that was in the military and I talk to plenty of people online that were former military. And yeah, I do got respect for it, but at the same time, we all know, it's really tough. Being someone who's this deep and dark down in the fucking conspiracy rabbit holes, you kind of already know where I'm going to come from when it comes to like, military service and all that shit. But, like Dave J, I personally believe that war is probably not really even like real. Like it's not really exactly what they say it is. And most veterans I've ever spoken to have never seen action. Or if they've seen it, they've seen it from a distance, or it wasn't really them, it wasn't really directly them, or it was they know a guy who saw, and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't really want to get into that. But I mean, I think the Earth's flat. I think war is completely fake. Okay. All right. Anyways. So, latest news. It all ties in. All these subjects all tie into each other. And I didn't even know what fucking order to put them in. Oh, and before I forget, big shout out to Star Gods, who just keeps giving me that love. In Star Gods, I watch every single minute of every video you ever put out, and I've been doing it for years now, since probably 2015. There's got to be a handful, or not even. I could probably count on one hand, less than one hand, how many of your, uploads I haven't either watched or finished watching. Got halfway through it and then something else caught me and I had to go do something, and I just never got back to it because I have so many things I'm gonna watch later or something like that. Small handful, but yeah, I watch everything Star Gods does. I love Star Gods. I don't agree with some of his stuff as far as Christ and stuff like that, but 99% of what Star God says is just amazing truth. You know, Gotta give him props. Much love to Star Gods. Thank you so much, Star Gods, for shouting me out the way you do. It means a lot, when people like Lori Gale, you know, Cigar Face, Allison, Flat World Logic, Andres, who's not even in here right now, OJ McBaggins, where's my Schlaminger? Schlaminger, where are they at? My peeps though, Unsalted 667. It means a lot when you give the shout outs, It really does. Like, stop tossing about, Man, I don't want to do any of these things. Freaking, it's tough, man. It's tough. I got new stuff, but I moved my position. And it's not working like I want it to because the mouse is on a different surface than it should be on. But clear cognition. That's AJD right there. Oh yeah. And I think that AJD wanted to put that video out about me and pretend he hadn't heard all the shit I'd talked. Or maybe he didn't hear all the shit I had talked. The truth I'd talked, really. And I think he was trying to get it to me in hopes that I would want to have him on as a guest. Because he likes to piggyback. AJD, CC, 33 CC now. I didn't hear. Oh, I didn't hear. Well, I know you like to piggyback. And I appreciate you making that video, but at the same time, I don't appreciate some of the dumb shit you said in it about me. So, you're more than welcome here, but, I don't take you that seriously. And I know a lot of people in here don't. And I don't think they really should either. We know your history, bro. No, don't want to be a guest. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. Okay, that's why you made that video. Anyways. So, in other fucking news, all these stories intertwine, except for that. That's its own fucking thing. Much love, Lori Gale. Much respect, Lori Gale, by the way. And so looks like the new multicultural princess of the throne, the stolen throne of England, stolen by allegedly Germanic fucking Satanists and shit, right? Now they've married in an androgynous, basically fucking super transgender fucking and fucking mixed breed fucking halfy and shit, Meghan Markle. And now she, okay, has this baby bump, this moon bump, a prosthetic bump that she's been wearing, and people have exposed her. There's footage of her like a month ago without the bump on, walking out of a fucking thing, and her guard tries to block the view, and everyone starts to fucking taking pictures of the fact that she doesn't have her moon bump on like a month ago. And Danja Zone, Ashley Sly Zone, fucking covers this shit in great depth. I'll just put her channel in the thing below. So all she talks about is exposing the living shit out of these demons that run the fucking throne. Okay. And yeah, Meghan Markle now is saying that her baby, okay, well, this is what all her inside friends, her inner circle, have been saying to the press and to secret sources who have access to the press and are writing articles about it. The subject at hand is the idea that all Meghan Markle's buddies are revealing the fact that she is saying about her own child that when that child comes out, it's going to be completely gender fluid and it's not going to have anything expected of it. And the queen don't like that shit. The queen ain't down with that shit, especially not with the Church of England right there, up her ass. And I think it's funny. That's what shit has come to. That now even them, even those people are going to be the first royal family to openly have a gender fluid fucking child. They're going to teach the child to be gender fluid. Okay? Instead of letting the child be a girl, letting the child be a boy. No, 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 no. We're going to make sure that that child is both. Because Baphomet. Because, like Hans says, and like that old comedian said, it's a big club and you ain't in it. Okay? Watching The Voice again this season. Just started. Okay? Tranny land. It's insane, guys. Okay? It's all starting to make sense. Okay? I really think that there's a great possibility that the non-humans that Fake Vamp and Evil Reflection talked about so often, maybe you still are, I'm not sure. Those non-humans, okay? Well, Hans has a different view. He says that they're transgenders. Okay, and that they're in utero transgenders. And it's a big, big club, okay? And we'll get to that later. We'll get to all that later. Let's move on. See, I can't even do this. All these fucking subjects intertwine. All right. So then I got to shout out Star Gods, yeah, and I got to shout out Jed, who did a great video reviewing the "Fuck You" song by Rapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapap with. He did a great review of my fucking song that they wrote just for me. And he said all the shit, that me and my woman were thinking when we watched it. I just never got around to saying those things about it on my own live stream. Those details I left out. And they were the really, really brutal, honest details. And those are the ones that GED Skeptic Media, subscribe, was able to point out. So eloquently, so nicely, actually, And thanks, Jed. You're the man, bro, as always. Now, back to that fucking Italian idiot, the fucking 20-year-old girl that's studying to be a fucking astronaut. Or she's studying, her dream is to be an astronaut, and she's studying to be an astrophysics engineer. Oh, God, give me a break. And then another video that was also right there. And, when you watch that video, it's the next video down to click on. It's like 2 minutes. And it's like the story of her life. And it's like this montage. And I guess she was like an Italian professional, or maybe she was in the Olympics or something. It's got this huge Italian flag. And she's like 7 years old. And she's doing gymnastics and shit. And then it shows her as she's getting older. And she still does gymnastic things or something. Like, whatever and shit. And then, or tossing about in her house in her backyard, little montage thing she made, and then it shows her with like, with some politician or something, I believe, or something like that, and it's like, oh, this is gonna be her life story. It's in Italian. I don't even know what the fuck it was saying, but it's her life story, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna go from being a fucking Olympic hero to a fucking astronaut and all this shit. And I feel like they're just like grooming this person who's gonna try to emerge in this scene. And I think we caught first glimpse of it, or of her, that day when it was recommended, probably to everybody. It probably was just recommended to everybody. I bet some of you all saw it too. And we're like, oh, what's this crap? Well, let's watch another fucking reaction. She's a very handsome lady, if you will. She's very homely. Okay. She's real Italian. And, just when you watch the video, look at her hands. Just check out her hands and shit. And God bless white Europeans. You know what I'm saying? Of course. But, I'm just saying, it's funny. I like to pick apart things that I don't like about people I don't like. You know what I'm saying? So let's just leave it at that, okay? And I don't see color, okay, when it comes to those things. Now, her channel's name is Astro Giulia, Italian, okay? And there's several instances of cognitive dissonance in the video, but the two main ones, okay, were this. She pulls your Vsauce and your Fart the Flat Earth and all these people where they don't, or maybe not Fart the Flat Earth, but where the people where they just mock Flat Earth. They don't have anything to say. They're just like Team Skeptic. They don't have anything to offer against Flat Earth. They're just, look at this fucking idiot. You're fucking dumb and shit. Oh, she's not that harsh, but that's basically what she's doing. She's just, oh, I can't believe how stupid these people are. And then she moves to the next thing. And then she's like, they say this. Oh, this is fucking so stupid. I can't believe it. This is so silly. Why are they so silly? Next. She doesn't really do anything, you know. And she's not really cussing and using harsh words and stuff like that, but you know, so but she has two massive instances of cognitive dissonance. So she's going through flat earth truth seekers fucking posts, and one of them is a brilliant meme, and the meme demonstrates the fact that, you know, Neil deGrasse and all these other people say that you have to go to a certain altitude to see a curvature because the Earth's so big, right? But then they also expect you to believe that you see the curve right there at sea level when a boat goes over the horizon because the Earth is curved. You know, it's just complete fucking fucktard cognitive dissonance that you can expect from any globe proponent who, you know, as far as I'm concerned now, most globe proponents, about 95% of y'all, except for a small handful I associate with, and I know that they actually don't really believe in 100% all the propaganda, but 99% of y'all, you're just complete fucking ass wipes, bro. Just ass boys for the fucking system. You'll just swallow any shit they feed it down your fucking mouth and shit. You just swallow it all up. You just fucking love it. You fiend for it. You just accept it all. No challenge. You know, you're just like, oh, email me the fucking talking points, government, and I'll fucking spew them for you and shit. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like you're doing. Fucking loyalists and shit. You're disturbing. Like loyalist cucks to the fucking worship of the pregnant belly of Gaia, the GPV. Demonic fucking Freemason, fucking Illuminati, super tranny, fucking demon, Satan state and shit, dude. Okay? Fucking disgusting. All right? But anyways, that's what she's doing, you know, and she just basically does a and then skips to the next thing. Okay? No answer for it. No answer for it. Just complete cognitive dissonance. And so she's going to be an astronaut. You know what? They probably will make your dumb ass an astronaut, young lady, because you're enough of a fucking stooge to take it like that from them and not have any fucking thing to say. Violent J has opened the portal and says, or has joined us and says, I get all the fucking pussy. I want fuck hoes get money. Okay. Interesting. Twitwit says VB is very cultured. Allison says something about Catholic girls. The fuck is all this shit? Fuck y'all, says Violent J has opened the portal. Great to have you. Unsalted 667 says David Icke gets a real bad rap talking about reptilians, always misrepresented. Yeah, I know he's a lot bigger and better than just his old reptilian thing he brought up. What was it, 30 something years ago now? Like 30 fucking years ago, he started talking about reptilians. Maybe that's what he was talking about. Is this weird crossbreed in utero Freemartin Baphomet cult that's literally growing. Anyways. And then her second massive fucking cognitive dissonance, okay, is at the end of her video. And it's ridiculous. She goes on and on about how science doesn't have the truth because it's always changing. There is no truth in science. She says this. I know my woman said, maybe some of the things she's saying sound a little bit more direct because it's a rough translation from Italian into her broken English. And I'm like, no, her ideas are crystal fucking clear. She's saying that because science is constantly updating and changing and upgrading, that no one scientific truth is the absolute truth because it could always change. But then immediately after that, she says, but science is always right in any case. It's always right. Even though you literally just said that it is, by definition, always wrong. Because if it's going to be updated and upgraded, science, okay, constantly, then that means whatever it's saying right now is actually wrong 100% of the time. So science itself admits that it is all wrong and it is all imagination. Not all, but pretty much for the most part, it's imagination. Think about that, guys. And then she goes on to say, but science is always right. Just complete double think, okay? And that's why she might just be the next astronaut from Italy. So let's keep our eyes peeled. We'll see if Astro Giulia comes out as the first female Italian astronaut or whatever the fuck to go on the ISS or some bullshit or whatever the fuck. Okay? So I'll link her dumbass video below. I'll link it below. You know, and it's so fucking typical of all them globe cucks. So typical. You get fucking exposed to some brilliant fucking thought like that. Some massive, massive hole in the heliocentric theory. And you literally laugh it off and say next over and over and over. You know what? I had Tim on the other night. He couldn't even answer the fact that I believe Flat World Logic posed the question. I'm not, but don't quote me on that. You know, the fact that if the Earth is orbiting the sun, then every 6 months, night and day should fucking switch position. And that's an old M.A.G.A thing that he said. Yeah. And the fact that the moon has to overtake the Earth every single day while the Earth spins around the sun, the moon has to do this in front of the Earth over and over and over. And no one can answer that question. No one can answer for that. No one can fucking explain that. I'd love to see fucking Planer Walker, one of these idiots, try to fucking explain that shit. Try, Greater fucking Sapien. I have a feeling you're watching right now, Greater Sapien. Go ahead and try to explain that shit. You guys are fucking retards, man. You guys are, you're comic book fucking cuck boys. And you live in a fucking imaginary fucking wonder world and shit. At least us in the flat earth, we fucking intensive motherfucker. Now go fuck yourself. Holy fuck a moly. I finally made it live. Intensive motherfucker. Now go fuck yourself. I have a feeling that's another famous YouTuber who just came out very recently with live streams and has had massive success, having thousands of people watch their live streams. But yeah. So fucking typical. So then we also have Gillette supposedly backtracking and showing an all-white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed family in their latest commercial. And people are saying, "Oh, look at the almighty dollar." They're begging for the people who were buying their products to come back. And I mean, yeah, that's obvious, but I'd rather take it like, I'd rather twist that and say, well, capitalism wins. Just like that guy in the vape shop told that cuck boy. Capitalism wins again, bitch. Do my bidding. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, Gillette is so government funded. It's so loaded up with toxins. It's so too big to fail and shit that they're not going anywhere. They don't need to make any money. That's why they could afford to do that fucking SJW fucking psychotic commercial in the first place that got them in all that trouble, where they did nothing but paint white men as rapists and fucking creeps and shit. That was the whole point of that entire Gillette thing, was to make white men look like creeps that all need to go die or go somewhere else and be extinct from the earth because we're the devil and shit. We're rapists and shit. Pedos and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even I think they even suggest in that thing at some point or something like that. They just take it to its worst possible fucking extreme. It's all about extreme, brutal hate speech and racism against white male heterosexuals specifically. Shit. It really is. I'm not crying victim, Greater Sapien. I'm not crying victim. You know damn well that that's what that shit is. It's like an attack. Imagine if Gillette had come out with a commercial putting all black guys as fucking rapists and shit, and then showing prisons that are loaded up with black guys and shit. Imagine how that would have been received and shit. No, but it's okay if you do it against white people, right? That's why y'all need to check out fucking Faith J. Goldie. Y'all need to check out Red Ice TV. There's a whole bunch of other channels I might start listing off here pretty soon too. But anyways, so capitalism fucking wins again. And the fucking SJWs, they still got to blast that tired old fucking sob story, right, of oppression. They still got to blast that fucking message out when they put that initial fucking troublesome commercial out. They still got to put that out there first. So everyone had to talk about it. And then they come back with the "oh, we're sorry, white people" commercial, and make the white people look responsible and heroic. And then that also makes that also makes the white people look like they complained and that this is some kind of conciliatory fucking gift that was granted to the pathetic white people that had to beg to be represented correctly by Gillette. Fuck Gillette. We don't need Gillette. White people don't need Gillette. Fuck you, Gillette. Okay? And fucking that's what they're doing that for. It's just so many little things they're pulling off by doing this. They had both these commercials planned well in advance. Okay? Not only for the almighty dollar aspect of this entire situation, but then the subliminal side of how can we make white people look as horrible as possible? First, we just blast them, okay? Everyone talks about it. Everybody says a whole bunch of shit. People start piling on. White people are the devil. Everyone, everywhere starts piling on, right? Then come out with the video and be like, oh, look at these little white bitches. They complain so hard that we have to make this little video for them. Oh, aren't they just a bunch of little weak bitches? That was their whole strategy this whole time. And we all know where this comes from. It all comes from the aliens. This is all coming from the aliens. Intensive motherfucker. Now go fuck yourself. VB. You know who I am from back in the day. I wish we could do a hangout again someday. I think I know exactly who you are now. God bless you. God bless you, my brother. Your head doesn't need no Gillette, said Allison. Nah, but it's funny. I did use Gillette right now, even though I know it's loaded up with toxins. But what is it, man? Everything we fucking, this phone, this fucking computer, it's all fucking loaded with toxins. I'm getting blasted with fucking all kinds of evil shit right now. Just sitting on my couch, I'm getting blasted with shit. Just walking outside, I'm getting blasted with evil fucking chemicals and radio waves and fucking God only knows what this beast system fucking has. Archimedean I joins us and says, sup, VB. Oh, pleasure to have you, Archimedean I. Love you. Stigmatogwin. Oh, just chilling, man. Wait, I gotta pronounce this right. Stigmatarwigin. Stigmatarwigin. Oh, fuck. Okay. Just chilling, man. Oh, Rusted Soul has joined us. Who am I? You can say, I will be impressed if you know. Impale. Tell me if that means anything. Stigmatard. I can't even say it. Come on, guys. Oh, damn it. You stumped VB. Well, I did say it successfully a minute ago. Stigmatarwigin. Oh, wow. Wow. They had this shit planned in advance. And it's just like the fucking Jussie Smollett fucking bullshit. If any of y'all followed that. Damn it, my fucking shit itches. You son of a bitch. All right. Jussie Smollett. Okay, dude tried to fucking, okay, it was like negative 23, negative 30 degrees or some shit on a Tuesday at like 4 in the morning in some backwater barren, area of Chicago, okay, in the dead of winter. And nobody was outside. Nobody would ever be outside in that neighborhood in those conditions, in any neighborhood, in any fucking place. At 4 in the morning and it's like negative 30 outside. The winds are ripping people's fucking paint off their cars and shit, okay? And then tie a noose around his neck and then say that a bunch of white dudes with MAGA hats came and beat him near death and kept calling him a nigger and a faggot. And that's all they were saying is, you nigger faggot. Remember that old video, nigger faggot, on YouTube? That was funny. That's a funny video. Y'all should look that up. I might find it and link it. But yeah, that's what this guy claimed, to try to make white people look so fucking evil. And then people just started questioning. And eventually he got busted for it. Eventually he got arrested and charged with a federal crime for faking this attack and trying desperately to make white people look way worse than they are, for the most part. Okay, way worse than any white person in Chicago in that hood would ever be towards any black people. All those fuck sticks, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. And then what did you get? What did you get? You got a whole bunch of people on Fox News and a whole bunch of white liberals on CNN and all them outlets. Of course, we're just I'm appalled at white people. I hate my own race. Oh, my own race should just be extinct. We're disgusting people and shit. All these fucking sellouts, just like working for the fucking aliens, beating that alien drum to death and shit, right? And then you even got all the conservatives, even the most hardcore conservatives that I tend to like, not really look up to, but enjoy more than others. You know, like your Faith J. Goldies and your fucking even Red Ice. Okay, I hate to say this, but even Red Ice went down this level. And this is a harsh truth and a harsh reality. But like, you know, Greg Gutfeld on Fox. I don't like the guy, but he's just like a prime example. You know, like all these hardcore Fox people and shit. Saying, you know, basically, oh, look, Jussie Smollett. Oh, he lied. White people aren't as bad. Oh, we don't hate, you know, black people and gay people and shit as much as they want us to and shit. And like clamoring for the approval of gay people and non-whites and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like still clamoring for the approval. And that's how that Jussie Smollett, you know, situation really worked. Multiculturalism wins again. When you got even your most staunch right-wing people begging for the validation and approval of all non-whites and of, you know, alternative lifestyle fucking, you know, demon sinners and shit, basically. You know? Just cucking themselves to Satan, really, when they conceded. And that's what the real psyop of Jussie Smollett case was. Of the Jussie Smollett case was. That's what that really was. And I'm not saying it's virtuous for white people to hate black people. Okay, I know that you guys could find that, and you guys could have took that clip there a minute ago and you know twisted that around. I'm sure maybe y'all might still try to, but you know, anyone with any kind of integrity is going to have watched along on this original and find out that, you know, I'm fucking you up for trying to do that in advance before you try to do it. But anyways, yeah, I'm not saying that's okay. But it's just like all these people were clamoring to show, oh, see, us white people, we don't, you know, we love everybody just like you want us to. Alien masters, you know, fuck all the bullshit, dude. Since when do the people that pioneered and built this entire shit from the ground up, okay, need to start cucking ourselves for the approval of a bunch of fucking parasites that refuse to work of all different kinds? Okay, I'm not focusing on one group here, but I'm just saying, since when is that a fucking thing? Give me a break, dude. Who the fuck's behind that? Give me a fucking break, dude. Okay, clamoring for that fucking approval. Fuck you. All right, now let's go back to Greater Sapien, for example. He came out with some video about Marvel Girl, or no, I'm not Marvel Girl. That's some fucking cuck moron that lingers around fart the flat Earth and that crew, and also is a e-beggar extraordinaire and shit. You know, just straight up lying and shit. You know, putting monetized on and even putting super chat on. I think I'm gonna put super chat on soon. I'm not gonna say a damn thing about it. I'm not gonna ask for nothing. And when people, if they do donate to me, which I doubt they probably even will, but if they do, I don't think I'm even gonna fucking say anything about it. I think it's just a tip system for me. It'll just be a tip system for me. I work on tips all day long. Might as well work here. This is work too. But you know, it's not even like that. I don't even see it like that. I see it as I'm just on here to have fun. And this is my hobby. If people want to throw money at me, it'll be used to pay for the technology I recently purchased. Big deal that I use for all kinds of other things besides YouTube. But I mean, whatever. But anyways, yeah. So Greater fucking Sapien comes out with a video saying that white guys all got their feelsies hurt because white guys are claiming that the ultra feminism of Brie Larson makes them feel excluded. No one's saying that, dude. They're just saying that they don't approve of the irrationality of having this character come in. That, okay, all these Marvel characters were strong men, okay? So for the feminists to come in and just insert and invert and shit, which is their plan, insert and invert everything, okay? Just brazenly. For them to come in and do that, it's just they're just saying we see through it. And then on top of that, Brie Larson has gone around and doing like this massive campaign that's specifically hate-filled tweets and shit towards specifically white heterosexual males. Like she has an angry racist agenda. It's been documented. Everyone knows it. It's fully documented. So, her doing that specifically is hate speech. And that's all she's saying. Or that's all these guys are saying. They're not saying that they feel excluded and then their little weak white man feelsies are hurt. You fucking wish, Greater Sapien. You can go ahead and jump off of our nuts, bro. Okay? You're ridiculous, bro. It ain't gonna work. Everybody out here sees straight through your shit, Greater Sapien, and all your hate, bro. Okay? So, anyways, who has the fucking privilege? Who has the privilege? Sports, NBA, NFL stars, rappers, Obama. Who has the privilege? I'm pretty sure that black people in white liberal society, white liberal, democratic republic that we have here in the States, ever since the 60s, blacks have been getting fucking VIP fucking treatment. Pretty much VIP fucking treatment, if you really think about it. Who has the privilege? Who has the affirmative action? Who has the Black Panther movie coming out for them, right? Give me a break, dude. Who has a huge swirling agenda being pushed for their sake? Who has that? Who has the privilege? The question is Greater Sapien merely a token black in his anti-flat earth scene, his club? Do they just tolerate him? Because half the shit he talks about is like, questionable. I don't think Soundly would agree with everything he says. I know Tim Osmond doesn't agree with everything Greater Sapien says. I bet Red's Rhetoric wouldn't agree with everything Greater Sapien says either. I bet Team Skeptic wouldn't either. Maybe not even Fart the Flat Earth with his little Batman shirts and the fucked up sleeves and shit. So is he just a token? I mean, I don't know. Is D Marble the token of the flat earth? People have argued it. Is it racist to call someone a token? If it is, I apologize, and I don't mean to be. So I'll just stop talking about that specifically now. But, it's possible. Here's the thing. I saw a video, guy talking. I'll try to find it and link it below. It's a channel that was recommended to me by a great friend behind the scenes. And I happened upon another video by them, and it was like, here's what you say to people that, bitch about, white men stole this land from the Indians. Well, okay, the fact of the matter is the Native Americans were killing each other and doing savage fucking things to each other, way worse than any European really ever did to any Native American. I mean, like, give me a break. That's known. And the Indians are proud of that. The Indians sold each other out left and right and were quick to align themselves with the white Europeans. Okay. The white Europeans bravely pioneered and conquered this land. Okay. And white Europeans were toiling these fields of this country for decades, possibly centuries, before any black slave, alleged black slaves, were shipped here. Okay. Those are the facts, bro. And how does Ben Shapiro say it? Facts don't care about your feelings. That's right, Greater Sapien. How does Ben Shapiro say it? That's right. Facts don't care about your feelings. Okay? So we know where you got that from. We know which white conservative dude you jacked that from, Greater Sapien. Even though Ben Shapiro is an alien. And he'd rather have, well, anyways, all right. Yeah. So enough about that. Hopefully fucking Greater Sapien can fucking take this segment of my show and fucking reply to it. Love to see that, bro. Bruh. But anyways, so we talked about that Italian cuck that fucking, she's going to be a whore for science and for Satan, for the nation of Italy. We talk about Gillette and their satanic anti-white fucking hate and shit, working for the aliens of Gillette. We talked about the aliens behind the Jussie Smollett fucking bullshit, cuckery, lies and shit. We talked about the cuckery and Satanism brought to us by Greater Sapien on a fucking near weekly basis, daily basis. And now we're going to move on to what I was talking about earlier. Okay, now Hans theorizes Conspiracies by Hans 4. Go subscribe. And 3. I don't know, or maybe not 3, maybe 4. Anyways, you know who the fuck Hans is. Get your fucking shit over there and fucking subscribe. Hans talks about Jesus a lot. And it really humbles me when he talks about our Lord and Savior, our Holy Father, Jesus Christ, our God that came here in the flesh and created this entire realm that we live in, created the physical existence that we live in, okay? Created this earth that you Satanists want to call Mother Earth, which happens to look like a pregnant belly. And so that's why I always say it's the pregnant belly of Gaia that you guys are worshiping. It's not the Holy Father, okay? It's not the Holy Father that you globe proponents push, okay? It's the pregnant belly of Gaia. In fact, it's everything that's not the Holy Father, and therefore it pretty much is Satan. And I'm not saying that women are Satan or that the GPV is Satan, but the GPV it's a really big mask that Satan likes to wear. A really big mask that Satan likes to wear a lot of the time to get a lot of shit done in his demonic fucking name and his agendas and shit. Okay? And it's a useful tool because you can use half the population and trick them into being all kinds of fucking stupid. All right? And that's how Satan works. That's how Satan takes your soul and your life away from you, you fucking globe proponents and you fucking normies out there. But anyways, Hans theorizes that there's a large faction, and this faction probably controls Hollywood, and it might even be the underground reptilian race that's alleged to live under Hollywood. It might even be the glass ceiling that seems impossible to break in Hollywood. It might even be the reptilians, or it might even be the non-humans that people talk about in Hollywood, okay, and in politics. And Hans says that this cult is the Baphomet cult, and they worship androgyny. And therefore, what they do is over time, they've created a large population of in utero transgenderized humans that walk among us and know it. And he calls them free martins. And he says, like, chubby dudes with big wide hips and stuff, those are actually females that were blasted with hormones, okay, in utero to grow a micro penis, which, a microsoft. Get it? Microsoft and shit. And, like the statue of Michael or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. All them old statues, they're all Microsofts, okay? Because, and it kind of makes a lot of sense. And then he says that when you look at the crotch area of the Baphomet, it's two snakes intertwined, and it's like doctors. And it means the two sexes intertwined. And we know doctors would have to be the ones blasting the Baphomet secret cult, Freemason, Illuminati family mothers, with the testosterone in whatever segment of the pregnancy. They blast them with the testosterone, and they create Free Martin, Microsoft, in utero fucking tranny boys and soy boys and shit. And you get people that end up looking like, godless NPC and shit. Think about it. It makes a lot of sense. You get your, FtFEs and shit, It kind of makes sense. Not to say that that their parents are part of this cult specifically, but has this cult been working and, working in action for a long time? Yeah. Maybe there's just offshoots and cousins and brothers that, aren't necessarily part of the family, but then they go and they pass on these weird Free Martin genes. And that's why you get all these swaffed fucking men running around and shit, right? Okay. And it kind of makes a lot of fucking sense, because think about how fucking demonic and satanic that is, to blast a child with hormones so that they become a Baphomet IRL. They become a Baphomet. Look at Jamie Lee Curtis. People always said she was a hermaphrodite. What's a hermaphrodite? It's the Baphomet. It's a dual gendered fucking beast. It's a free martin. Loosely, it's a free martin. You know what I'm saying? It could be. And now free martins don't necessarily have both, like a hermaphrodite would. Hermes and Aphrodite, you know. But they most commonly they turn in, they blast them with the hormones and turn them into free martins. Okay, maybe that's what your Selena Gomez's are, you know? Maybe that's what your what's her name? Demi Lovato. Take a good look at some pictures of Demi Lovato and tell me what the fuck that thing is. Look at her shape of her frame of her body, and tell me is that thing even a male or female or even a human being at all? I mean, I don't even know what the fuck's going on with that thing at all. It's psychotic. Okay, it's psychotically disgusting. How disturbed I get. Matt Cannon. This world is so fucked up. Yeah, she kind of had a guy face, I guess. Sandra Bullock is a dude. She hiding in plain sight. Her name is Bullock. Yeah, never mind the Bullocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a fucking break, dude. And, Hans calls it. He says, why obsess with all these celebrity transgenders and calling out politicians and calling out celebrities? Yeah, I don't sit here and make videos about that shit. I did one about AOC because she was hot on the scene at that time. But, and it was like a shocker because no one was saying that about her. They were just saying, oh, look at this crazy liberal. And I was saying, look at this crazy fucking transgender and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or fucking Baphomet creation thing that it is. I'm not even sure. But, yeah, maybe that's what some of these things are. But then there's always the case for castrados. Like Tay and Selena Gomez specifically, being as tall and lanky as they are, I believe that some of them are actually castrated. They're born male. They're born fully male. And they let them grow for a while and then snip. Or, snip it early, but still, maybe they're genetically tall, slender fathers. Maybe they have, tall, slender fathers, and those are the genes that are passing because they're built like men. I mean, their hips are this big and their shoulders are this big, and they have man jaw and man face and big shoulders and a big Adam's apple and a neck that's like 3 feet long. And, snip, snip, those are men, okay? And it's not sensible to sit here and go on and on about those people specifically and like bother. You should be aware of the fact that it's out there and the problem is much bigger and that those people might be all around you in your life, okay? And then it got me to thinking, And then he said they have a secret network. Like sometimes your guidance counselor is one or your teacher is one, and he went on about that and it was brilliant, Maybe I'll be able to find the link to that. I'm not sure. No promises. Y'all, if you follow Hans, you want to watch every single thing he's ever put out. So just just get over yourselves and go watch Hans. I mean, it's the shit. I love it. I know a lot of people hate the fact that I love Hans. I even came out with a massive hit piece against Hans that had 7,000 views. And I took that shit down in the name of Jesus Christ. I took that shit down. Okay. I don't remember if it had 3,000 or 3.7 or 7. It doesn't matter. It had thousands and thousands of views. Okay. I took that shit down. It's not worth it. I told Hans personally, I'd rather, be worried about attacking Satan than taking down other people who believe in Jesus Christ, other people who believe that Jesus Christ is God and is here and came here to save us in eternity. Okay. And that we have to strive to be righteous and follow Jesus Christ's words specifically. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's what that's all about. And you all need to go check them out. But see, anyways, it took me to another place. And it took me to this place in my mind where I thought about, there is a fucking secret network of fucking people, There is a fucking Goyim Gazette. What is a bollock? A bollock is a testicle. Wait, like you didn't know that. All right. Shout out to Flat Earth Reset. Yep, indeed. Flat Earth Reset. Big shout out. But anyways, there is a secret fucking network of people. People that are in positions of power that don't make sense. Okay? Like bosses. I had a boss recently that just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense that that person had gotten to the position that they had gotten to. There was no logical like justification, especially knowing their boss and seeing their boss on a very regular basis, who is in charge of a whole bunch of different places, but is in our place quite a bit. That higher up person had put this boss of mine into their position. And that boss of mine had lasted for, I mean, well over a calendar year, I believe, maybe not several years, I think. And it never made any sense at all. Nothing this person did was right, and they always failed their inspections and their goals and their numbers and their expectations. They constantly failed for years and years and years, but never got booted out of that position. Okay, why? How? It doesn't even make sense, right? It makes you wonder if this business, it doesn't matter if it succeeds or fails, because it's a front, and it's just a machine that's owned by, either the Red Lodge or the Blue Lodge, or maybe the White Lodge, and the White Lodge being straight up Luciferians, I believe, maybe even. Maybe that's what the red, white, and blue is really all about in our flag. You know what I'm saying? Red Lodge, Blue Lodge, and what is that white? What is that white? Or maybe that white's something good. If you already got two bad ones there in the flag, this nation wasn't built on the backs of Jesus Christ necessarily. It wasn't necessarily built on the blood of Jesus necessarily, exactly. So what is that white and the red, white, and blue? I don't know. That's something for later. I'll have to research that. But yeah, this shit might just be a front, like it doesn't even make sense. And then the much higher boss, who I see regularly, eventually got the hint after everybody kept telling that boss, hey, this person's got to go. Like, we cannot tolerate this. This is just completely counterproductive. I'm not going to sit here and do something all day and then have that person come in here, can't like wipe everything out that I did for no reason, literally no reason, and then say, do it again now. Or just, I mean, the things that this person was doing were beyond incomprehensible. Nobody there. We're talking about any given time 8 or 9 other people that were there with this boss. All of us, every single one of us, in complete agreement that, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what the fuck she thinks she's doing or what the fuck she's trying to do. Like, this is gotta go. This is not acceptable. Like all kinds of shit. Like, you couldn't even. I could sit here for 2 hours and tell you about how horrible this person was at their job and just at life, at being a person and socially, everything about them. And it just did not make any sense that they had come to this position, that they were in charge of all of these people's lives. The stewardship, as I talked about one time before, their stewardship was all out of whack, dude. And how does that person maintain that position? Because it's a big fucking club and you're not in it. Think about it, guys. It's all starting to fucking make sense. It's scary. The non-humans. Maybe they're not technically human. Maybe free martins are technically not human because of the fact that they've been chemically castrated and chemically altered into this thing that is not that's not a human being. A female with a penis. That's not a human being, because you got to be one or the other. Okay? Hermaphrodites aren't technically human beings, They're like a third race if you think about it. I mean, I don't know. So, yeah. And it reminds me of, like, these fucking college kids. I deliver to this college that has, for decades, since its inception, been predominantly very, very upper class, whitey tighty school. Very, very private, elite business college that's in, Winter Park, Florida. Fucking very, very fucking snooty. Costing the people that go there hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their degrees in law and whatever the fuck it's like Florida's version of Ivy League. So, and now over the past 3 years, you go onto that campus, it's nothing but non-whites, of course, and they're all going for free, because equality of outcome, and whatever. So everyone's getting a free ride now as long as you're not white. And I go there, and it's like, it reminds me, no, it's not completely non-white, but like everyone there, the white kids and the non-white kids, doesn't matter who they are. I get there and I ask them how to get to their thing. You enter and it's a fucking T-bone. You can go right or you can go left, period. And I ask them, which way do I turn? And these fucking kids are getting $300,000 law degrees, and they don't know their right from their left. But the Earth's a globe. Oh, you better believe that, right? Politics is real. Government is real and shit. Yeah, better believe that. Give me a fucking break. Okay? Oh, the education system is real. And they teach us real things and shit. You know what I'm saying? Give me a fucking break, man. These fucking cuck losers don't even know their right from their left. That's the future. That's the idiocracy that's being built by design. Okay? And that's why these people, these PhDs can't even wipe their own asses. Okay? The more PhDs someone has, the more decrepit and socially fucking inept they are. Okay? Everything is inverted. Just like Hans says. He's got wise words. Everything is fucking inverted. Everything is fucking wrong. Everything is fucking wrong. Look how many dudes out there that are completely fucking dominant and know what the fuck they're talking about and can handle business, but get shoved by the wayside so that entities and creatures can be gifted positions of power. Every day, all around you. Think about how that happens constantly. Think about how it happens in the business world. Think about how it happens within high school cliques amongst groups of friends. Think about how it happens by teachers doing it to elementary students, little kids in the classroom. Think about how teachers are used to demoralize those kids. Think about how the aliens operate and how far their tentacles reach. Realize the reality of this world and what's happening. And humble yourself before our Lord, our Savior, our Creator, Jesus Christ. I think I want to start reading specifically through the words in red again. Coming up here pretty soon. I'm not going to do it on my channel, but as I go through it in my personal time and read through the words in red, I'm going to let those words weigh on me and weigh on the way that I'm thinking, weigh on my hours of introspection, heavily on those hours of introspection. And I'm going to try to take it to the next level, guys. Thank God for everything we have. Bring on your hit pieces, you fucking cuck bitches. And don't feel guilty for anything you and your ancestors didn't do to anyone. This has been Validation Boy live stream, March 4th, 2019.